Good evening, and thanks for spending your Sunday with us. I'm Brooke Buckner here with Chief Meteorologist Tom Brannon, and we hope you're having a good weekend and staying cool. We have another weather impact alert today.
Yes, you said it's Sunday. I'm here on the wrong day. I'm
you keep
sorry.
thinking it's
I'll come back
Saturday
tomorrow.
too. He's very confused.
I'm all confused. Yeah. Simone wasn't feeling well. That's why I'm here today, and I'm sure that Simone would celebrate the 101-degree temperature that we had today, our first official.
Finally, we hit it.
In Little Rock, but other places around the state, at least 9-10 places have hit 100 or better. These are your highs today. And it's still awfully hot outside. Downtown, it's 100 with a heat index of 109. But what we're seeing here, not far from downtown Little Rock, just to our west, developing along outflow boundaries, scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder here toward the western part of the county, out toward Saline County, as these outflow boundaries move from east to west. Still a chance of spotty showers and storms through your evening hours. Here's what the metro looks like, and those are the showers that I just showed you just a moment ago on our outside vantage point. They'll continue here for the next couple of hours. Sun will set, we'll lose the energy, and the rain will come to an end. But tomorrow there is a chance of rain, and as well, we have a heat advisory to go along with the weather impact alert. I'll give you the details on how hot it's going to be tomorrow and a little relief in sight when we speak again.
Thank you, Tom. New details tonight in the escape of Arkansas inmate and former police chief Grant Hardin. We're now hearing how he pulled it off in his own words. In a report from the Arkansas Department of Corrections, Hardin shared step-by-step details on how he not only planned his escape, but also how he stayed away from the prison in Calico Rock. THV 11's Maya Ellison is live in studio tonight to break down the latest information. Maya?
Yeah, Brooke, well, we have to go back to Sunday, May 25th, when Hardin, a convicted murderer, escaped from the North Central Unit in Calico Rock. This picture you see behind me is the one that circulated nationwide. Hardin, dressed in a fake officer's uniform. Today, a newly released 9-page report not only reveals how he pulled it off, but also exposes the internal errors that made it possible.
Sure enough, they went in and dogs were able to pick up the scent, and he was apprehended, a short time later.
That's Arkansas Department of Corrections Communications Director Rand Champion, describing how escaped prisoner Grant Hardin was captured after nearly 2 weeks on the run. The convicted murderer and rapist walked out of the North Central Unit in Calico Rock unnoticed, an escape he says he planned for 6 months. According to an internal report, Hardin says he took advantage of, quote, lax security while working in the prison kitchen. Officials say staff allowed him out on the back dock unsupervised. At 2:53 p.m., surveillance shows Hardin emerging from a camera blind spot, wearing black dyed clothing, a hat, and pushing a cart. Hardin said he then walked to the Sally Port gate, told the officer to open it, and they did. The report says he then pretended to place something in a vehicle, walked behind a building, crossed the road, and by then he was gone. At 3:08 p.m., kitchen supervisor Justin Duvall noticed Hardin was missing, and by 3:16 p.m., prison officials had been notified. So how did this happen? A critical incident review committee points to a number of, quote, classification issues and notable errors. Hardin's classification level hadn't been reviewed since October of 2019. The review also raised additional concerns, such as who was overseeing the command center at the start of the incident, a documented history of inmates, including Hardin, left unsupervised on the dock, and delays in notifying outside law enforcement agencies of Hardin's disappearance. Hardin told investigators that the altered clothes he used to escape were dyed black, using Sharpies he found in the kitchen and laundry. Officials say the police vest he wore was made from black aprons used in the kitchen, and the silver police badge was crafted from the lid of a kitchen food can. He hid the disguise and other supplies in a trash can near the chemical room, an area Hardin told investigators no one ever checked. That room has since been reinforced to, quote, prevent tampering. While in the woods, Hardin says he survived on berries, bird eggs, ants, and creek water. He was found about 1.5 miles away from the unit by Arkansas law enforcement officers and the U.S. Border Patrol, just nearly 2 weeks after his escape. Yeah, an additional corrective action was also listed in the report, including the removal of all black aprons from the unit. Electric locks have since been removed from the walk-through gates where Hardin escaped. Security protocols have also been reinforced, and over a dozen staff members have since been, quote, disciplined.
Thank you, Maya. Tonight, BB police are investigating a shooting that left one woman dead. It happened here on Camac Drive around 6 last night. Once officers got there, they found 82-year-old Martha Lassiter Barber dead. They say she was shot in the head by her son, 51-year-old Michael Barber. He's in custody facing a capital murder charge and is being held without bond. To the state capitol now, where Arkansas Democrats have elected retired Army Colonel Marcus Jones as their next state party chair. The appointment came during their state committee meeting where Jones beat out interim chair Janie Marie Cotton. Jones enlisted in the U.S. Army Reserve in July of 1990 and graduated from the University of Arkansas. His 29 years of service in the Army culminated with him serving as the senior Army advisor to the Arkansas Army National Guard. And a Little Rock group is voicing their displeasure with an Arkansas law that took effect August 5th. Advocates with death penalty action and the Execution Intervention Project spoke out against the state's new execution method after Governor Sanders signed a law earlier this year allowing them to take place. Those who oppose it say it inflicts unnecessary suffering. And a group in Fayetteville held a town hall to discuss the impacts of a bill on the national level in President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Community leaders, including the director of Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families and a board member with the ACLU of Arkansas, shared their perspectives on the spending bill. One volunteer says they hope the town hall motivated people to keep advocating for what they believe in.
Our voices absolutely matter. Whether you are standing outside the courthouse at a protest, writing letters, making phone calls using the 5 Calls app, we have no time or space to lose our energy right now, even though we are, zapped with our efforts.
The organization says they invited Congressman Steve Womack along with Senators Tom Cotton and John Bozeman. They say Womack was the only one to respond and declined the invitation.
Well, hot and dry conditions continue. Burn bans still with us. The rain hasn't been enough to put an end to these things. There is some relief in sight, though. Down the line, looks like it's going to be later in the week, but relief is on the way.